Hello everyone, Grand Captain Speedy here. Last time on What If Frieza Became Good, Black Frieza dominated the Tournament of Power. How will Frieza's success in the Tournament of Power affect future events? Find out now. The Heaters have taken control of the Frieza Force, but still worry about Frieza wanting to take it back, and as such, search the universe for strong warriors to help them defeat Frieza. One such search party comes back having found 2 sands. Elec is surprised and pays Sheila and Lemo well, before informing the sands that Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta, and that Prince Vegeta is still alive on planet Earth, along with Frieza. Paragus is surprised and enraged by this, and demands a ship, which Elec quickly supplies a ship for Paragus, and wishes for Paragus and Broly's quest to be successful. Time passes with Frieza enjoying some downtime at his home, when he senses the approach of a powerful being from outer space. The ship lands with Paragus and Broly exiting, which surprises Frieza that there was still 2 more sands in this universe. Goku and Vegeta shortly arrive, with them surprised to see 2 more sands as well, with Paragus believing what Elec told him after seeing Frieza and Vegeta together. Paragus begins telling his story about how Vegeta's father banished them, and he is also mad at Frieza for killing off the rest of his species, before telling Broly to attack Vegeta. Vegeta and Broly start fighting, with Vegeta effortlessly beating Broly. Broly starts adapting and begins beating Vegeta, until Vegeta goes Super Saiyan, reclaiming combat superiority, but Broly continues to adapt and starts beating Vegeta again. Vegeta shortly goes Super Saiyan God and begins completely overpowering Broly, with Broly soon reaching his limit and starting to lose control. Paragus pulls out his shock remote and activates it to stop Broly, but Goku rushes over and destroys the remote. The color has done its job, with Broly passing out. Goku begins arguing with Paragus, with Frieza walking up and figuring out what Paragus has been told. Paragus states that he was told that Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta, and both him and Prince Vegeta lived on Earth. Frieza states that it's true he destroyed planet Vegeta, but that was a lifetime ago, and apologizes for it. Goku states they could live here on Earth and that they can help Broly not lose control, with Paragus reluctantly accepting. Time passes until Miras, an agent of the Galactic Patrol, comes demanding Frieza's help in eliminating an escaped death row prisoner as penance for Frieza's previous misdeeds. Frieza is a little put off with the demands, especially since he had already saved the universe, but decides to assist Miras regardless. As they are leaving the planet, Goku teleports in, curious about what Frieza is doing and where he's going. Frieza states he's doing a little charity work for the Galactic Patrol, and states he'd rather not have to deal with Goku on the mission, but Goku really wants to help because he hasn't had a good fight for a while. Miras is on Frieza's side, but he gets a SOS message and he has to quickly move to assist. Goku happily helps in catching the criminals. They soon figure out where Moro is going, with Goku and Frieza teleporting ahead to Namek, arriving shortly before Moro. Moro is surprised that the one who was searching for him arrived before him. Feeling a bit hungry, Moro tries to eat a nearby Namekian child, but Frieza rushes in, ripping through Moro, finishing the job. Goku is surprised at Frieza killing Moro, but Frieza states that is exactly what he was asked to do, as Moro was sentenced to death and Frieza was simply carrying out the sentence. Frieza grabs Moro's corpse and asks Goku to teleport them back to Miras, with Goku still being displeased but does as Frieza asks. As Goku and Frieza appear, Miras is surprised with Frieza dropping Moro's corpse for Miras. Frieza states their business is done, with Miras thanking Frieza for his assistance, before Goku teleports them home. On a faraway planet named Cereal, there is a bounty hunter named Granola. Granola had thought that Frieza had died long ago, but Granola learns that Frieza is still alive, which reignites his desire for revenge. Monaito tries to convince Granola to give up on his revenge, which Granola is almost about to, until he learns the location of Monaito's other Dragon Ball. Granola steals both Dragon Balls and summons Tarambo, and wishes to be the strongest in the universe. Tarambo states that to grant the wish, Granola would have to give up most of his lifespan, which Granola agrees to. With his wish granted, Granola strong-arms the Heaters until Elec tells Granola that Frieza is on Earth. Meanwhile, Frieza and Vegeta are having a training session in the Room of Spirit and Time. Frieza has achieved a new form each of the previous times he's trained in there, and Vegeta was going to do some training as well there, and reluctantly agreed to train with Frieza. Time passes with Frieza blaming Vegeta for him not unlocking a new form during this training, when he's hit by a surprise attack. Frieza demands to know who shot him, with Granola approaching, saying that Frieza was lucky to move at the last moment, which likely saved his life. Laughing at Granola, Frieza states that Granola chose the wrong time to attack him, and that Frieza will use Granola to relieve his stress. Golden Frieza is at a disadvantage against Granola, and he is surprised at how powerful Granola is. Granola states he wished to be the strongest, and that Frieza's death is guaranteed. Frieza laughs as he transforms to Black Frieza, stating that he hopes Granola can get his wish refunded because the wish failed. Granola tries his hardest but is completely helpless against Black Frieza. Frieza has Granola on the ropes and then apologizes. Granola is completely shocked at what he hears and thinks it is just a sick game that Frieza is playing, but soon realizes Frieza isn't joking. Frieza states he'll fight and beat Granola as many times as is needed until Granola is satisfied. Granola rushes away and leaves Earth. Time passes until Piccolo's meditation is interrupted by Gamma 2. After a quick chat, Piccolo starts fighting Gamma 2 at a clear disadvantage, and the fight ends with an explosion. Thinking Piccolo is dead, Gamma 2 heads home, with Piccolo stealthily following. Piccolo learns about the Gammas and Cell Max. After discussing with Bulma, Piccolo figures out what he believes is the best way to handle the threat and heads out. Piccolo arrives at Korin's tower getting some sensu, with Korin giving Piccolo an idea. At the lookout, Piccolo asks Dende to unlock his potential. However, Dende isn't able to, but Dende upgrades Shenron for Piccolo to use the Dragon Balls to unlock his potential. At Capsule Corp, Piccolo summons Shenron, thanks to Bulma already having all the Dragon Balls. Piccolo wishes to unlock his potential, with Shenron throwing in a little extra. Then Bulma uses the remaining wishes for herself. Piccolo returns to the Red Ribbon hideout and learns about the plan to kidnap Pan and use her to draw out Gohan. Luckily, Piccolo was able to get on the team to kidnap Pan, and successfully pretends to kidnap Pan. After kidnapping Pan, Piccolo is able to go to draw out Gohan. Gohan is unwilling to come until he learns that they have kidnapped Pan. At the Red Ribbon hideout, Gohan quickly rushes in and is confronted by Gamma 1. Gohan is on the back foot until Piccolo and Pan put on a little show, which gets Gohan to transform into his ultimate form. Gamma 2 rushes in to help Gamma 1, but Piccolo enters the fight. Piccolo in his ultimate form is still not a match for Gamma 2, with Gamma 2 seemingly defeating Piccolo. Orange Piccolo returns to the fight, quickly beating Gamma 2, and is finally able to convince the Gammas that they aren't villains. Piccolo and Gohan stop fighting the Gammas, with them starting to talk, while Bulma, Trunks, Goten, Krillin, and 18 arrive. Meanwhile, Dr. Hedo tries to stop Magenta from activating Cell Max, but ultimately Magenta successfully activates Cell Max as he dies. Cell Max explosively emerges. The Gammas explain Cell Max's weakness before they all rush in, with Trunks and Goten deciding to fuse before joining, but they produce a failed fusion. Cell Max is able to handle all of them, with Gamma 2 deciding that he needs to use his last resort, asking everyone to keep Cell Max busy until he's ready. They are able to keep Cell Max busy until Gamma 2 is ready. Everyone rushes away just as Gamma 2 comes in and explodes on Cell Max. Cell Max was injured but is still alive. Everyone rushes back in, with Krillin reminding Piccolo of his giant form. After growing to a similar size as Cell Max, Piccolo tells Gohan to charge up a blast to activate Cell Max's weakness. Gohan struggles to draw the power until Piccolo is seemingly killed, causing Gohan to transform into Beast. Beast Gohan effortlessly beats Cell Max, and Piccolo yells for Gohan to finish it, with Gohan using a special beam cannon triggering Cell Max's self-destruction. Everyone rushes away just in time before Cell Max explodes. Dr. Hedo is regretful of him helping Magenta and the damage he caused, and is prepared to turn himself over to the cops. Bulma suggests that it might be better if he tries to atone and offers him a job at Capsule Corp. This will be the end of this series. I hope you enjoyed my take on Frieza becoming good. If you enjoy my content, check out my Discord, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are.